to another episode of the Press Box, the LSMN Press Box here at Tech East. Once again, I'm Mr. Beals. This time joining me is Aiden and Sean, and we're just talking sports. I guess the thing to talk about today, last night's national championship, Indiana going a perfect 16-0. Heard a stat this morning. That's the first team to go 16-0 since like the 1800s in Yale. I don't know what they were doing playing 16 games back then, but Yale, the last 16-0 perfect national champion team. Your Indiana Hoosiers beating the Miami Hurricanes. And so I guess we'll start off with that. What did y'all think of the game last night?
I thought it was a great game. I only watched like half of it because I was at work, but Mendoza, he didn't have the best numbers, but he got it done when it mattered. Carson Beck, unfortunately, like when he started that final drive, I'm like, dang, he can finally have his like standout moment because they won those championships at Georgia while he was the backup to Stetson Bennett, right? Like he can have his moment or he's gonna like have an interception, and unfortunately for him, it had to end with an interception. But just what an amazing season for Indiana. It's for Miami, you got to hang your hat on that. I mean, that's a great bounce back, especially after disappointment, missing the playoffs last year. And I think you got to be happy with what they accomplished this year. And I think next year they have high hopes. Sure.
I have to agree with that sentiment. I'm going to say Miami did have a great season because coming into it, they beat Texas A&M at Aggie Field, which is a pretty tough environment to play against. So to win it on the road is always impressive. But the big shocker everyone didn't have Miami beating was Ohio State, right? When they beat Ohio State. So all things considered, I think this was a successful season for Miami, even though they lost the game. And as for Indiana, I just love their story. I've always been rooting for Indiana as my team in the Big Ten besides my Penn State Nittany Lions. So to see them move all the way to the championship game is always really cool. And that makes it the third Big Ten team to win the national championship in a row.
We did talk about that in the episode 1, third year in a row of the Big Ten. It kind of feels like the Big Ten dominating a little bit since NIL kind of came around. But like you said, Fernando Mendoza didn't have the best game, only 186 passing yards compared to Carson Beck 232. But Mendoza did have like a Heisman type moment, that rush into the end zone on fourth down. I think that stretch across the goal line where even though he took the big shot to the back, you don't want to see that if you're an NFL scout. But that will be like the poster of the season forever from Indiana. You'll see like statues put up of that moment, everything like that. I think it's really great story. The only thing it comes crushing down is this new world we live in college football. His brother announced this morning he's transferring. I don't know where little Mendoza, I don't even know his first name.
Alto?
I
think it is, yeah.
He announced he's transferring. I saw, and it's like, oh man, he could have had Mendoza run it back, but I guess not. He's going somewhere.
Hoover came in.
Yeah, I kind of figured he would transfer because he's not going to get playing time this season because they brought in the TCU quarterback.
Yeah.
And he already has a ring, so what does he have to lose? He can go somewhere else and get actual playing time in a potential NFL career if he does
I mean, yeah, you have a ring, but is it your ring? It's kind of like Carson Beck. He has rings from Georgia, but there's Stetson Bennett. Like
it's like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. Jimmy Garoppolo, what, is 6 straight NC?
Well, no, he won
NFC?
2 Super Bowls. He won two Super Bowls with the Patriots.
I think he's gone to 6 straight NFC championship games
Something
on
like
all
that.
the teams he's been on. It's an
isn't
insane
he on
number.
the Raiders now?
What?
Isn't he on the Raiders now? All right, I
he
forget
is
where
on the Raiders. Yeah. He is the backup to Matt Stafford.
But the Rams. Yeah.
The Rams, not the Raiders, sorry. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the quarterback of the Raiders.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes it to where your ring matters. But you're right. Gets a ring technically as the backup. Now he can go get more playing time, not sit behind his brother. And his brother's off to the NFL. He can try to make an NFL squad if he wants or anything like that.
Yep.
Carson Beck, I don't know if he's an NFL quality quarterback. He looked really good, like we said, versus Ohio State.
Yeah.
He looked really good at points in last night's game, mainly when he was finding Tony.
Yeah.
Because that's his favorite target. But I don't. Do you think he's a NFL quality guy?
I'm not sure exactly. Like, he has his moments, right? He can flash, he can be good. But at other times, like at that interception, he makes some not so NFL caliber plays. I think he'll be like in the middle of the pack, so like a 3rd to 5th round pick, maybe.
This is not bad.
I think if he gets time to develop, he could develop into like a decent quarterback, not like an all-star quarterback, but like one of those quarterbacks that you can rely on when
Yeah, you could be like Marcus Mariota.
That's what I was
need
thinking.
a win versus the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. He could come out and play backup role
I think
and win a game.
he'll be one of those guys like Mariota. He's like a really good backup, but like you probably don't want him as your starter. Or like a bridge guy, maybe.
Sure. We could see that. Tony, he's supposed to be a senior right now.
In high school.
In high school. I don't know what he needs to show in the next 2 years, but he's got to be like a top 10 pick already locked, unless something happens to
hurt.
his knees or something like that. I guess you could kind of say the same thing about the Alabama wide receiver after his freshman year, and then the
Ryan
sophomore year
Williams.
he didn't have.
Yeah,
Ryan Williams.
yeah.
He didn't have the greatest numbers.
He's like the 4th string
But-
there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Tony shows you something else. He's not just jumping, making spectacular catches.
Yeah.
He's like the fastest guy on the field if he gets to football. So, but that's last night's championship game. Fun one. Hopefully you got to see it. I feel like we could maybe work in some highlights at some point on this. That'd be fun to try to figure out how to put it up here or something.
Oh yeah, we definitely could.
I like that idea.
Yeah, it'd be a fun idea to try to figure it out.
Make the show a little longer, or no, for the
A little
podcast.
more better.
Little more better.
Yeah, but we got championship games coming up this weekend as well. The NFL side of things, the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. First, the AFC Championship, Patriots at Broncos. It's the 15th straight year of either the Patriots or the Chiefs
Or
in
the
the
Jets.
AFC Championship game.
If you go back 17 years,
What?
The
I
Jets.
saw a stat today. It was like it's the 15th straight year, or like the 17th straight year of the Patriots, Chiefs, and Jets being in the
And Jets.
the
Jets.
AFC Championship.
Hearing
'cause
Jets in a championship game is wild.
Hey, that was the last
rookie
time
year
they
of
went
Mark
anywhere.
Sanchez was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Back in 2010.
Yep.
And Rex Ryan, who now gets to just talk on TV.
Yep.
But yeah, Patriots back in the AFC Championship game. Did anybody have that on their bingo card?
I can certainly tell you I didn't because I had the Texans winning, but CJ Stroud did CJ Stroud things and he threw 4 picks in like the first half, and I'm like, what on earth is this scoreline?
Yeah,
Like, how do you throw 4 interceptions yet your team's only down by like, I think at halftime they were down by like 10.
that's why I hate like when people say like wins or like how you measure a good quarterback, because like they'll be like, oh, CJ Stroud has 3 playoff wins, Dak Prescott has 2. It's like CJ Stroud must be better, but like he's playing not very good in these games, and Dak has to throw the ball like 60 times because the Cowboys defense can't help him. Like it's sad with like how people compare him nowadays. I'm like, CJ Stroud is like terrible.
I don't
this
know if
year-
he's terrible.
Well, like
no,
not
he-
his same
he
rookie
doesn't-
year.
He definitely doesn't play the same that he does during the regular season in playoff games.
Yeah, you also have to consider that in coming into that game, they were getting like injuries left and right as well.
Well, yeah.
So it didn't help him, but
Collins and Schultz were out. and-
yeah, if he could have made it more like competitive, but I just don't think they could have won with how he played that game.
Yeah, and I think I had the Patriots doing well this season because I trust Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
I don't think the Titans should have ever fired him. He should have been a lifelong coach there because you're seeing why. He's an amazing coach, and he's taken probably a pretty good roster and made them a probably pretty great roster
Yeah,
there in New England. But Sean Payton, talk about a good coach. I don't know what happened his last few years in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But man, he can coach if he's motivated, and he can. I know there was always rumors about him coming to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I wish that would have happened at some point.
Yeah, it would have been
Jerry could have figured it out, but because clearly he can coach, because he's taken that roster and made them from what 5 wins last year.
Well, last year they made the playoffs. The
Did they make the playoffs?
Yeah, the year
before
they were with Russell Wilson, I think. It was just terrible.
Yeah, Russell Wilson on the Broncos was just not it.
Disaster. Russ did not cook.
What was it? Broncos Nation, let's ride.
Broncos
It was
Nation.
like Broncos country. Let's
That's
ride.
right.
Or something like that.
It's Broncos.
What a terrible. Why would a quarterback ever have a
I think when he
catchphrase?
said that, he cursed himself, and now he was be doomed to be
He's
failing.
got so many clips you can make fun of, like the one where he's talking about like his dog pooping all over the place. Have you
What?
seen that?
I
I
can't
have
say
not
He's
I
like,
have,
you have to
no.
look it up. It's like he's talking
Man.
about his dog like having.
There's some crazy things on the internet, including this podcast. But,
It's a real clip.
I don't want to know. The
all right,
context of
I'll
that.
trust you on that. I don't know if I'm going to look that one up later. But
It's really bad.
yeah, you got the Broncos, Patriots. Unfortunate thing for the Broncos. Apparently,
Is Nick's
quarterback Bo Nix out with ankle.
injury.
Has fractured
the
his ankle.
Quarterback kneel,
on the
or was it the
quarterback
slide?
kneel or the slide?
It was one of those two.
They said a last second play, and
I'm
he
like,
looked
how did,
fine
how
on the
did he
kneel,
do
but
that?
I don't know how he fractured it, but apparently he's out. I don't know how he's been ruled out already. Like, I don't know why they couldn't give him chances. If
It is a broken ankle, though. I mean,
it is a broken ankle, but we had a quarterback this year for the Colts playing on a fractured femur, and he gave it a go for at least 2 games.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea, but is
Just
Jared
like shoot him
Stidham
with a bunch of painkillers. Like that's
an
what
answer to Bo Nix?
I don't know. I haven't. When
And
was
you
the
go back
last?
to his time at Baylor.
When was
shout
the
out
last time?
Jared Stidham, Baylor fans out there.
When was the last time he played an NFL game?
Jared
Wasn't
Stidham?
it like
Yeah.
3 years ago? It was like 2 or 3 years ago. His last start.
I'd like to say, my prediction, I got Jarrett Stidham going on a Nick Foles run all the
Oh,
way
really?
through. Hold on, let me get camera angle.
yeah. Stand up or something there,
Yeah.
Alex. So we
Yeah,
can see
I'd
it.
like to say, Nick Foles kind of run, Broncos to the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles type run, Broncos to the Super Bowl. All right.
I mean,
Why not?
well, Sean Payton, I think it was that was saying it. He sounded really confident. He's like, we're gonna give him all the tools that we can to win, and he should be ready to go. But you know what I think? I would put, and this might be the UT bias, I would put Sam Ellinger in there. Let him go for it. What?
Sam Ellinger's not on the Broncos.
Yes, he is. He's the backup now.
No.
Yes, he is.
What?
He is.
He was in Miami.
No.
So what are you talking about?
Somebody look this up. Y'all
You mean
y'all
Ben
get your iPads.
DiNucci?
Look this up.
No. Sam Ellinger plays for the Broncos.
Sam Ellinger is on the Broncos.
Yeah.
On the Denver Broncos.
Wow.
Wow. I
I
don't
could
even.
have sworn he was in Miami.
He was with the Colts, and then
Who am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of Quinn Ewers. Aren't
Yeah.
I? I'm
Yeah.
thinking Quinn Ewers is in Miami.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sam Ellinger though
Sam Ellinger is
was
on
a
the
dog
Broncos.
in college, and I think he just has that big game like grit, and I mean, you haven't seen much more out of him than you have Jared Stidham though, so like, I don't know, like
Who's taller, Jared Stidham or
I think
Sam Ellinger?
Ellinger.
It's got to be
was-
Stidham, right?
Let's see.
Ellinger wasn't a tall quarterback in college.
Sam Ellinger's 6'1".
Sam Ellinger is 6'1".
Jared Stidham is 6'3".
Jared Stidham is 6'3". Maybe
Yeah.
he gives you a better option since he's taller. And
He can see more.
I mean, they have a good team. I
that
don't.
is the NFL bias of he can see more.
I don't think it will be like an easy Patriots win because you have to take into account it's one player, but like obviously it's the quarterback. Like that sucks. It's your franchise quarterback, but they have a great team at the end of the day. And I mean, you talked about with Sean Payton, like he can win with anybody. I mean, he won like 6 games with Taysom Hill back in 2020
He
as
did.
the starter.
Yeah, my
and
boy Taysom Hill.
yeah, I
I
think
don't know why he's my boy. I'm not a big BYU
love that guy. He's
but
a great
something
player.
about a guy who can play tight end, quarterback, running back, punter, kick returner,
Yeah.
coverage on the punt team, whatever you need to do. That's my kind of guy right there.
Yeah, I don't know who to pick because like I'm with you, Alex. I'm like, dang, I want to see a Nick Foles type run again, but Jarrett Stidham just doesn't speak to me as much
you
as Nick
also have to
Foles
consider
did.
this is gonna be in the Broncos arena, and it's like they have like a different advantage because of the high altitude as well.
Yeah.
I love both of these teams. Okay, that's why I don't. I'm not gonna delve into that, but these are teams that can play against each other, and I do have the Patriots winning because I don't know how much I trust the Broncos quarterback rather than Drake May.
I'll give you that.
It's just a big question mark. I mean,
I think it's all a big question mark because I've never been the biggest Drake May guy.
yeah,
I thought he came out of college way too early,
yeah,
especially when his coach at the time, Mac Brown, said he was coming out of college way too early. But he's done pretty well, and he's played decently. He played decently this past weekend, got them to this championship game. So, but over on the NFC side of things, Rams, Seahawks, full West Coast bias, NFC championship game there. I'll just take the Seahawks because they dominated the 49ers.
Yeah.
They put them to 6 points. That's pretty impressive. Although, 41-6 is an insane scoreline for a playoff game. You would think the 49ers would have had more points. They put more effort, but clearly the Seahawks defense has completely nullified the 49ers offense to a point where they could only get 2 field goals.
yeah. I think we're either getting a Seahawks Broncos or a Seahawks Patriots rematch. I think the Rams. I mean, you can't discount Matthew Stafford and what he's able to do. I mean, he could go out and win the game by himself and with Puka, but I think right now the Seahawks are just too good, and they've got it all figured out there, and I think they'll win this one and go to the Super Bowl.
I completely agree. Seahawks defense is just way too good. I think the 49ers didn't have much of an offense because of all the injuries and everything. I mean, once you lose
that
Kittle,
stupid power plant. Have you seen that? They're
the
talking about
power plant.
next to the practice
theory,
facility.
Yeah. I don't know if that's actually true.
It's a legitimate question though. I mean, because I feel like they have so many injuries. Though.
They do have a lot of injuries, and they take a long time. Like I did see, they had a the history of injuries timeline, and guys on the 49ers are taking 2 to 4 months longer per injury. So like if you tear your ACL, it's a 9-month injury, but if you're on the 49ers, it was close to a year to 13 months injury, not just that 9 months. And so maybe there is something to it, but surely that just because the power plant is there can't be that
I'm sure
much.
there's other factors to that, but we all love to just put the blame on one thing. So that might be why we're blaming the power plant nearby. There may be other factors that we don't know of that could also contribute to these longer injuries.
They haven't won a Super Bowl in 31 years, longer than the Cowboys have at least. So I mean, if you think about it, that could be. I mean, they have injuries just too often, in my opinion, for it to not be an issue.
Maybe it's just time to move on from the trainer. You know, trainers keep their jobs forever.
Yeah,
like the guy on the Cowboys. I can't think of the trainer's name, but he looks like Tom Landry. He wears the Tom Landry hat.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
When you see him on the sideline. He's been the trainer for years through
Yeah.
all the coaches and everything. So trainers always keep their job no matter what.
Yep.
And so maybe it's just time to move on from that trainer in San Francisco or whatever it is. But yeah, I think Seattle's got this figured out with their defense. I don't trust the QB in Sam Darnold all that much, but when you just need him to not turn the ball over,
Yeah.
and he can put up points, or if you just need him to hand the ball off, because that running game was insane as well.
Yeah.
Easy to win there. So, but another big NFL question: Bills get rid of their head coach Sean McDermott. Who do we like for next Bills head coach? Y'all got any ideas?
First off, I really don't agree with getting rid of him. I mean, you look at the success. Like, yeah, they haven't won a Super Bowl, but like I saw a stat the other day. It's like the Bills are the only team to have like a plus 800 point differential over the past like 8 or so years since he's been there, and like no other team had even more than 600. I mean, they are one of the greatest like what if dynasties.
Definitely.
And
They have this stat that he has in his 9 years in Buffalo, he's gone to the playoffs 8 of them.
Yep.
And that's hard to fire a coach on. I mean, talk about two teams that are getting rid of coaches, and the Ravens firing Harbaugh, which I never thought would happen, and then the Bills getting rid of McDermott.
Yep.
That's two franchises that, where do you go from there?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I don't agree with like this like impulse of like firing coaches just because of like one play seemingly. I mean, if Tyler Luke makes that field goal, like does Harbaugh stay, or like
I think he still gets fired.
Can the
even if
Ravens
they...
go on a run? Like that's the whole thing. Or like if Brandon Cooks rolls over and keeps that ball in his possession, like Sean McDermott still has his job. Like I don't get it.
Honestly, if Josh Allen didn't make that stupid play where he threw the football behind his back and it got recovered by the Broncos for a free field goal, I would believe the Bills would have won that game. I mean, I don't even blame this loss on like Sean McDermott entirely. I think this was more of like the offense. Just I have no clue what they were doing.
And the penalties at the end really
the
killed them.
penalties killed them as well, but I don't think this was a coaching loss. I think this just was a team loss more so than a coach loss.
The favorite for the Bills head coach job, I believe right now, is their offensive coordinator, Joe Brady.
Yeah.
He was offensive coordinator in 2019 for LSU during their magical national championship run, and then got up there to Buffalo. I don't like firing Sean McDermott just to keep the same offensive staff.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes sense to keep the offensive staff there because, like you said, they're plus 800 point differential and everything like that. But I don't like Sean McDermott. Get him out of here. I'm the GM. Oh, but I like Joe Brady. It doesn't make any. Doesn't feel like it changes a culture or anything. Doesn't make you win. Why would the offensive coordinator being the head coach make you all of a sudden win a Super Bowl? But,
I don't get it. But I mean, you mentioned Joe Brady, but like, who else would be available?
You've got a bunch of coordinators that you could pick up from. Like, I don't know if the Seattle. You can't interview anybody in Seattle.
Yeah, because they're still playing
till the games are done, till their season's over.
Yep.
But some of their coordinators could be head coaches.
Yeah, I would pick them if you could.
Doesn't seem like anybody's waiting. Everybody's hiring their coaches. I mean, the Titans hired Robert Saleh.
Bob Saleh, as the Pat McAfee
I don't
show
know
said.
where you saw the Bob Saleh, but
it said it on the little bottom ticker.
That's the Bob Saleh. Robert Saleh that comes in. I thought he was a pretty good coach for the Jets. I think the Jets just does a bad job.
Yeah.
But I think the Titans could have a decent coach. I don't know if he's great by any means, but could be pretty good.
What if the Bills?
Harbaugh goes to the Giants.
Yeah.
I think the Giants need a new quarterback. I don't think Jackson Dart is the answer.
I think you gotta give him another chance. I mean, he lost his running back, and
I mean,
not the greatest of
I think he's
circumstances.
I think he's going to be one of those guys. He gets hurt. It's kind of like JJ McCarthy. He's always going to be hurt, whether he's good or not. He's always going to be hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if
he
the
could,
Bills
he could work it out.
get Signetti?
I don't think Signetti leaves
Indiana.
To be fair,
I think just Signetti just stays at Indiana.
Yeah.
If he was to take an NFL job, the Bills would be a good job to take. I mean, it's probably one of the best jobs out there.
Yep.
You got a good quarterback, at least in the NFL's eyes, you have a good quarterback.
Not
I don't
Beal's
like Josh
eyes.
Allen. Not Beal's eyes. But you have Josh Allen. You got a good defense. You got good running back. You need some receivers because they don't have anybody to throw to unless it's a tight end or Cooks.
Yeah.
But it seems like a great job. You got a new stadium opening up either this year or next
I think
year.
it's this year, actually.
This year?
Yeah, they just closed down Highmark, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. They did the whole celebration at the end of the year. So you got a new stadium opening up. Why not take that job if you're an up and coming coach? I don't know who could be be Buffalo's target other than Joe Brady, but it's interesting to see. The NFL offseason will be a fun one with all the free agents as well once we get through these championship games and everything. And then we got the Olympics coming up. Anybody see the debacle that was the hole in the ice? I know I was sick last week, so we didn't get to talk about it.
I saw that. I mean, I pointed out to someone else where the Jumbotron at the top was like extended so far down it was like a few inches off the ice.
Yeah.
I think they moved that back, but still.
Yeah, they were just messing with it because they finally put screens around it, but it's still like super small and everything.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing it the way they are. I mean, they've had years to figure this out.
They've had at least 6 years to build this, I believe, because they got awarded it in 2018, I want to say, and they could have started building then technically, but I think technically you have to wait for IOC reasons or stuff till at least 2 years afterwards, but still they could have had a long time to build this. But hockey's back in the Olympics.
That's good.
Hopefully, and that's a good thing. I don't like that Russia can't be involved because of politics.
They would win. I think they would have a very good chance.
They would have the best goalie, Sergei Bobrovsky
and Vasilevsky.
Vasilevsky.
And Shesterkin, too.
Well, take your pick. Whoever wants to start.
Russian?
Hey, Bobrovsky on a fight, too, so the goalies can fight
I did
as well.
see that.
Hey,
That was
Alex
fun.
Nedeljkovic, he has a goalie hat trick.
A goalie how?
Yeah, goal, assist, and a fight in his career. That's
because he scored on the Penguins against Buffalo, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember the game he scored, but yeah, okay. I like the goalie hat trick.
There's only like 4 other goalies that have done it, I think.
That's pretty cool. But the Russia not being there kind of sucks. Sean's wearing the
Ovechkin jersey.
Jersey. That would be awesome to see him get to play in a world stage again. He's got the goal record.
And he used the one-timer as like crazy because he's been in the league for like 20 years and nobody's still learned how to block his one-timer.
Well, I mean, like you think about it though, like you're missing out. Like no Kucherov, no Kaprizov, no Panarin. Who else? I have a list pulled up. Malkin, Ovechkin. The defensemen aren't great.
The defensemen aren't great, but their forward core and goaltending is.
And then you got Bobrovsky, Shesterkin, Vasilevsky. So if somebody gets hurt,
you
like
play
goaltending-
a different goalie every period.
The goaltending is overkill. They easily have the best goaltending if they were in the Olympics, for sure.
Yep.
Then I don't know if y'all saw it. I saw the U.S. bobsledding team got a little embarrassed in a recent video. We had 3 guys fall out of the sled Anybody in the control room? Y'all see that? We had 3 guys fall out of the sled, and our driver for the bobsled had to pilot his way down and then like scoot back and grab the brakes just to stop it at the end of the run.
Yeah.
Nobody in the control room has been keeping up with the Olympics so far.
No
Can't say I've seen
bobsled fans in the control room there.
You know,
Not the largest bobsledding fan.
bobsledding is entertaining, though. I will say, I did used to watch whenever it was going on, but I might get back into it.
The reporter for the bobsled / luge / skeleton is a guy named Lewis. Shoot, I just lost his name. I was talking about him at lunch. He does all the reporting for the Olympics for track and field as well.
Sounds familiar. I can't think.
Maria guy or
No.
It looks like
I can't believe I'm forgetting. I played baseball with his son forever, and I've completely messed this up.
I think Sean had the right one.
I just can't pronounce his name.
Luis Moreira.
No, it's maybe they've changed, but let me see if I can find who I'm talking about real quick. Y'all got anything else Olympics wise?
I will say with the Russians, like the forward core is great, like top heavy, but like
Defense sucks.
the defense is all right. I mean, you've got Sergachev, you got Provorov, they're all right. But like after like the big guys like Ovechkin, Malkin, Kucherov, like it's a bit of a drop off because you've got guys like I mean Nichushkin's good, but then you got
Svechnikov too.
Svechnikov's kind of like
He's only really known for like those like
the Michigan.
Well, yeah, like he did it like twice, I think.
But yeah, the Russians, the depth kind of drops off after the top 6 compared to like Canada, who's got a star in all 12.
Yeah,
forwards.
but something about the Canadians
goaltending.
Goaltending is iffy.
Compared to the Russians, it's terrible.
Why do you want
the also the grit isn't just there. I don't trust any of the
Yeah,
Canadian.
I think
grit.
Ovechkin hits more than like most of that Canadian roster combined.
Yeah.
Lewis Johnson, who I was talking about. He's if you're watching any Olympics, Lewis Johnson does mostly track and field stuff during the Summer Olympics, but for the Winter Olympics, they send him over to do bobsled and luge and skeleton and all the sledding events. It's really funny because Lewis is really tall. I think he's 6'6". And so a lot of these luge athletes are like these track stars that are really short because they have to get into the sled and everything. So it makes the dynamic really funny, and I always just love watching it, especially since I know Lewis Johnson. Like I said, I played baseball with his son for a bunch of years, and then also he's talked to my dad's AV class a bunch of times. He lives in DFW, if you didn't know. He also speaks French.
Oh, really?
He's a pretty cool guy. Maybe I could have him come talk to the AV class at some point. He's always just traveling around the world, though.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, his Instagram handle is like TV reporter, world traveler, because he's always in a different part of the world because he covers all of the marathons, all of the track events going on around the world. Pretty cool guy, though.
Yeah, the only thing I know about bobsledding is that the Cool Runnings movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie.
It's that time of year. I'll turn it on in the class,
Yep.
So we can watch Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Because they do use actual broadcast footage in the movie, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The story coming back around. I think I've seen that they are sending another team from Jamaica again.
really?
They sent a bobsled team. There was a 2-woman bobsled team last Winter Olympics. I think I saw they're sending a 4-man team this year to the Olympics again, so that's pretty cool out of them. I don't know if that's true. I think I saw it though. Maybe it was just a promo.
Yeah.
For the movie because it's like the 25th year, 30th year, or something like that of that movie. But I thought I saw that they were doing that. But if they are, pretty cool. Other sports going on tonight? Anybody interested in the TGL?
The who?
What is the
Y'all don't
TGL?
know what the TGL is?
I don't.
What does it
Sounds
actually
familiar.
stand
What is
for?
it?
I don't know what it stands for. It's the indoor golf thing that Tiger Woods
Indoor
does.
golf.
Y'all know what I'm talking about in there?
I saw it. We were at a Bubba's in Odessa, Texas, and it was on one of the TVs, and I was really confused. Just really weird looking league.
Well, it's golf, but they don't move. I think it's actually pretty cool.
What?
So they hit into
Courses.
a giant simulator.
One of the courses had like a volcano or something like that. I was really lost.
Yeah, they play on some really random courses that
Oh, this looks interesting.
guys couldn't normally play on like in real life.
Yeah.
They're
I
just
I would look
video
at
game
it. It looks pretty cool.
courses. But it's a 5-story golf simulating wall that they drive, chip, everything like that into, and then they take where the ball is on the green, put the green there, and the green has a way to make it to where it's the course they're playing, so it moves, and then they just putt out, and it's match play, so they change golfers every hole, and there's teams. I've watched it once or twice. I didn't really get into it, but it's fun. They play music during it. The guys are all mic'd up, so you can hear all their conversations going on. It's a really cool thing for like broadcast. And then you got Matt Berry doing all the commentating.
Oh, nice.
Along with Marty Smith doing quote in-game interviews. And even though all the guys are mic'd up, he goes out and interviews them with a mic. I think that's hilarious. But I know that's going on tonight. That's a lot of fun. I feel like it's more ESPN Ocho type fun, like the most random side of sports.
Cornhole championship. Or like, have you seen the? I don't think it's an ESPN thing, but it's like the pillow fight championship.
I have not seen the pillow fight
They like
championship.
televise that stuff.
I've
now.
seen World Tag League.
I've seen like. Have you seen the balloon? Like keep the balloon in the air.
I have
Yeah.
seen that. You got a lot of crazy weird sports around the world out there. Like I saw some highlights of it's 12v12 ice hockey out on a soccer pitch that's completely frozen
yeah.
in Russia.
That sounds pretty cool.
But they
Soccer.
use like field hockey sticks.
Yeah.
But they're on skates and they're going like full speed. That's insane.
It's
Yeah.
like a combination of hockey
I feel
and
like
soccer.
you get
Yeah.
tired pretty quickly.
Yeah, the net is like 8x8.
Yeah, it's like massive.
massive
Like you physically
for
cannot miss
a
that.
ball.
I need to look
I feel like
into
it'd be
that.
more impressive if you missed that.
Wait,
miss
what's that
than-
called?
I don't know what it's called. I just know
Just put hockey soccer. and I'm sure you'll find
it's
it.
a thing over in Russia that's like 12v12 and it's crazy. We could talk about random sports all day. Anybody see the F1 cars that were released? I really like the
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
The old school 2010, 2013
I am not.
glossy look.
I am not thrilled with Formula One for going over to Apple TV, but
I'd like to
That's-
say the new cars look amazing. I like the new models. I like that they're smaller, because hopefully racing is better.
It should be. That's what the whole point of it is. But what's wrong with Apple TV?
because I don't have it.
Oh, well.
Not
That's
a
a
lot.
you-
I don't
that's a
feel
you
like
problem.
I don't feel like a lot of people do have it though.
I have it. I'm the Apple guy through and through though.
I'm not
I
gonna.
have an Apple computer, Apple phone.
I have it too.
Yeah, I have it. I watch for like baseball games. It's awesome because you have radio broadcast if you want. Amazing feature.
I just like Ted Lasso. The
Ted
show
Lasso, great show.
I like that show a lot.
If you're into alternate history for all of mankind, that's a good show too. If you don't know, it's if we lost the space race, what would have happened?
Oh wow.
It's pretty interesting.
Just think generally,
Guns
like,
in space, always fun.
why do we have to like put everything like on so many different platforms? Like,
Well, it's the same as cable back was in the day. Just it was better for a consumer to buy a cable package. Now cable doesn't have the rights to all these shows because the show or the networks figured out we can distribute it ourselves. Why do we need cable?
yeah,
And so we all went to the streaming services and everything. And you know who you can blame for it actually? Alex will like this. The WWE network.
oh really?
Is the WWE is who you can blame. They were the first
Network
ones
used to be so good.
to create a network like that and make it popular, and then they sold it to Peacock and now sold it to ESPN.
Yeah,
but
peak,
They opened the floodgates.
peak WWE Network was one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah,
Like
10
I was like 8 or 10 whenever that came out, and
Yeah.
I could watch any bit of
Yeah,
wrestling.
you can watch every single pay-per-view, new, old, all the Raws a month old. You had NXT on there back in the day. All of that for $10 a month. Unbeaten. I don't know why more people didn't like WWE at that time, because that was a steal of a deal. With that, now I'm paying $50 every pay-per-view for AEW. But
I just don't want to pay for an Apple TV subscription to watch Lewis Hamilton finish 8th every race. Like, that's just miserable.
oh, you're a Lewis guy. That's
Yeah.
right. I've never been a Lewis guy. Alex,
he's-
who are you a fan of?
Well, I was a big Ricardo fan.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't hate Hamilton. I was cheering for him during 2021. I was never a big Verstappen fan, if I'm being honest. But right now, I've kind of shifted to Piastri. That's my guy, and I think
Okay.
he's gonna win next year as long as McLaren doesn't screw him over again.
Oh, what's Miguel saying?
Miguel's a big Checo Perez fan.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Huge
The
Cadillac
American
guy.
team. That a boy Miguel.
He's-
I'll be a Checo fan. I always liked him on Red Bull, but Max is my guy. I love Verstappen.
You're basic, Beals.
I might be basic.
That's
I have
insanely
no
basic.
He
Who-
is so good. Give me a
yeah,
guy
he is. I mean,
that can take an average car and finish top 3
I would say
rather than some of those guys that have to have everything aligned perfectly.
I'd say like Max and Senna are like the top 2 like broad talented drivers of all time. Just on speed, like I think that's who the top 2 are.
Yeah, probably. You don't have any opinion, Sean?
Sean's not
I
an
don't watch
F1 guy.
racing at all. I need you to explain me who these people
Hey, speaking
are.
of racing, NASCAR's coming up.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about it. Points. The chase is back in NASCAR.
Yep.
That's exciting. It's a bit of an odd number of drivers in the chase.
Yeah, I don't
but
like 16. Should be 12 or 10.
16 compared to the old playoffs. I'll take.
Yeah, for sure.
So back to a chase. We get the ability to have a real. It matters to be consistent. You can't just
matters to
run
win.
a road course and get playoff eligibility.
Yeah, I never ever liked that. Or like Austin Dillon finishing 33rd, but because he has a fast car 1 week out of the year, he gets to go in. And also another thing that was dumb about the old NASCAR was like, if you could win the first 35 races, but finish second in the last race and lose the championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's that was stupid. And like, I mean, this year I think the way the championship ended just left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, and that wasn't really the playoffs' fault. It was more of like overtime, which they also should get rid of. And I think, but the playoffs just had to go. I mean, it was just kind of ridiculous. And
I like the chase. The chase worked a lot. I wish they would have gone to a full season, kind of like F1.
you got to have some kind of like
But-
excitement,
Yeah,
I would say.
the TV networks were never going to let them get away from a playoff
Yeah.
type series.
I think as long as there's 36 races in a season, I feel like a full season points format just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because that is an absurd amount to try and do a full season. Like with F1, it works because there's only, well, now it's getting more, but there used to be only like 25 or like 20 races in a
Yeah.
year. But now it's closer to 25, and that's stretching it a bit.
Yeah, it starts to get a little too long to watch the full season, and it mattered. It's like, oh crap, what about that result all the way back in race 3? Does that affect? And it does.
Yep.
But that's the fun of it. I think F1 has kind of overtaken NASCAR popularity a little
Yeah,
bit,
for sure.
because I think NASCAR, people stop watching it because of the playoff.
Well, and you don't have any more
But-
like marketable guys. I mean, you could say with like Denny Hamlin just based on like how big of a personality he is, or like Kyle Larson because he, I guess, is the most talented driver in the field. But like they don't really have like a guy like Kyle Busch anymore. Like, I mean, Kyle Busch is still there, but he's not he's not as good as he used to be, and he's not like that personality anymore.
I think the reason they're not as marketable is because they're too like clean cut. This might be a weird take, even
That's
though
fair,
the
in my
F1
opinion.
people
They're
are
all just so boring. Like Chase Elliott is generally the
Chase
most
Elliott has the
boring
personality
person
of sandpaper.
of all
like-
time. Big
Yeah,
Bubba Wallace
I
fan
think
here, though.
I think that's kind of what I'm going for. They're too media trained.
Bland. Yeah,
I want a good old boy that sounds like Junior.
like Tony Stewart. I mean, Tony Stewart was great. I mean, just
Yeah,
as a
smoke.
personality. Like,
Yeah.
there's none of that anymore.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. You need a good old boy that you can't understand him when he gets out of his car and gives a post race
Yep.
interview. They're like, "How'd you do it?" He's like, "You know what? We came out here and we just ran and we were sending her up there, and Billy over in the garage, he was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but the bearings just kind of hung with us, and we got it done. That's what you're missing from NASCAR.
Yeah, absolutely.
That if you had that comeback,
Too
the
much-
Taco Bell
Yeah.
Chevy got us across the line. You
Nowadays, it's like, yeah, we had a solid result today in our
Yeah.
number 5 Hendrick cars.
yeah, the
Chevrolet.
number 5 Hendrick car got us some good points.
Yep.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. But it's an interesting time to be a sports fan, where we got MLB coming up. The Rangers are going to get rid of everybody, it feels like.
Yeah, there's like nobody. I have a poster in my room of all the it was like world champions. It was from the newspaper. It was like world champions, and the picture of like everybody, and like maybe 8 of those guys are still left. Like
Mhm.
maybe less. Like it's sad.
Yeah. We got basketball in full swing. I saw the Mavs.
Mavs are figuring it out.
Yeah, they're figuring it out a little bit, getting a roll. They destroyed the Knicks last night.
Yep.
Made all the Knicks fans start booing them in the
Mhm.
Garden because the Knicks suck.
Yep.
I don't think the Mavs are that good. I think they just played some bad teams.
I think,
but who knows? Cooper
I'm a-
Flag is really good.
I'm excited for Cooper. I mean, who isn't? But like maybe getting Anthony Davis, just like that distraction out of the way, was helpful. And like he's not in and out of the lineup, and so like you can kind of build a cohesive like chemistry. And honestly, like they need to just, if you can get anything back, I would trade him at this point. Like the experiment's over.
Can you trade when he's hurt?
I think you can. They were saying that he could. I mean, they traded Luka when he was hurt.
because I know in the NHL they can.
Yeah.
So
Luka was hurt when the Mavs traded him. So
okay.
Yeah.
What
Then
did you
get
even
rid of
get for
Anthony
him, though?
Davis.
I would take just like a first round pick if that was it. Like I don't even know.
I
if
don't think you can get a first round pick for him.
Yeah.
I
They
think you
should've
could
gotten
maybe get a second.
They should have gotten 5 first-round picks out
For
of
the Luka-
the
Well,
Luka trade, but they only got
They should have done a
1.
lot of things.
They
for
should
the
have just
Luka
not
trade.
traded Luka in the
Shouldn't have
first place.
traded
But
at all. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rough time to look at that Mavs team.
it's a rough
Where-
time to look at the Stars right now too.
Yeah.
The Stars are on a rough patch. They could turn it around though. I'd rather have the rough patch now
Then in the playoffs.
than later in the season
Yeah, it was
into the
kind of like
playoffs.
last
Yeah, I
year.
feel like when we were under like Pete DeBoer, we didn't have those rough stretches in the regular season, but we had those rough stretches in the playoffs, and that's why we couldn't like get past the conference finals.
Well, there was that one last year. They lost like 7 in a row before the playoffs.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. That's the past.
Yeah.
But we're under a new coach, so obviously the first season with a new coach is be bumpier than usual.
Yeah.
And if you want to turn it around, this is the exact game you want to do it against a good Eastern foe in Boston with
Yeah.
David Pastrnak.
I'm worried Pasternak's just gonna like walk
Just
all over
snipe
them,
on you?
score like 4 points
I mean,
tonight.
Andre's also
I-
been like
I don't think Boston has the firepower that
they used
Morgan-
to.
they have.
Morgan Geekie hasn't scored a goal in 2026.
Yes.
This is the Boston team that everybody thought was going to start the year, and
Yeah.
I think this is a good
Turn around.
time to
Get your offense to work.
get it. Bishop will be coming back for the Stars.
Can they just play a complete game? Like
We need to score more than 1 goal to win.
I know, like the other day.
The Sagan part of this all is hurting the Stars.
Well, like
I know he's out. He's going to be out the rest of the year. I don't think he can come back for the playoffs. Maybe he can.
They need to make a trade, but I don't know what
but-
they could even do.
I don't think they need a trade. I think they just need to figure out what line, because it's a different line combo almost every night.
Golitson's got to figure it out. I mean, you've got Hintz has like 5 points in his last 20 games. Like Jamie Benn's not producing, Matt Duchene's not producing. Everybody except for Ranton and Johnston Robertson are doing nothing essentially, and it's extremely frustrating. And like the other day against the Lightning, I'm like, oh yeah, we got a fourth line goal like 4 minutes into the game. We're definitely winning today. And then here come the Lightning with 4 goals in a row with like 5 players you've never heard of, but they're good because they're on the line. Like that's something I haven't talked about, but like the Lightning just take the most random guys and make them good. Like who the heck what was that guy's name? Like Darren Radish, like
Radish?
a point per game, and like I hadn't heard of him
Well,
until
it's
this year.
because of who their coach is.
John
John
Cooper's
Cooper.
a really good head coach.
He came up through the junior hockey system. He was a null coach, represent the Lone Star Brahmas.
Oh, nice.
Hey, he wasn't on the Brahmas coach. I believe where he was the St. Louis Junior Blues back in the day. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember where he was on the NAHL, but he won a junior title with Pat Maroon. Then he won an AHL title with Pat Maroon.
And then he won an
Then he
NHL title with Pat Maroon.
with Pat Maroon.
Yeah, I
crazy.
really don't like Pat
I don't
Maroon.
like Pat Maroon, but
Yeah, no. Pat Maroon sucks if you're a Dallas fan because he's
Yeah.
eliminated you back to back in 2019 and 2020.
Yeah.
2019 was especially brutal because
that one's
Dude, that cup
off in
double
my heart.
overtime was unbelievable.
that cup final against the Lightning was just it was after the first game I was like 11 years old at the time. I'm like, holy cow, I've never seen one of my teams win a
and
championship
then they
before.
lost 3 straight.
They lost 3 in a row, and it was just depressing. It
And
seemed
then-
like the Lightning scored
And then out
every
of
time.
all people to put us like into Game 6 was Corey Perry.
Yeah, remember
when Corey Perry was a Dallas Star?
Yeah.
The Walk of Shame.
Walk
and
of
the-
Shame, yeah.
The Winter Classic.
Hey, we won the Winter Classic at least.
Yeah, we won that game.
We'll
And
have
then-
another outdoor game at Jerry World soon.
Oh God, not yeah.
Who are they playing? Has it been
Yeah,
announced?
It has not been announced, but
It's-
it's not going to be Colorado.
I
it's-
want to
it's-
play Vegas.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Vegas. It's been suspected to be Vegas.
It was suspected for a long time to be Colorado.
And then
'cause
Colorado got Utah in the Winter
Yeah.
Classic, so
Yeah.
it's
That
probably
one
gonna be-
will look really cool. There
I want to
in
beat
Utah.
Vegas in front of while
I
everybody's
hate
watching.
Vegas.
Yeah,
They're like the new rivalry, in my opinion. That's like the team we hate the most.
I don't know how they keep getting.
When
do
I,
they
when I
keep
was
getting
growing
players?
up, I hated the Ducks because of the Corey Perry
Yeah,
and Ryan Getzlaff
Ryan Getzlaff.
era. I hated the Ducks. I didn't matter who it was on the Ducks. I hated them.
I was with
now the Ducks are just a bunch of guys, and I'm like, I kind of like the Ducks.
You know, they kind of suck right now, but the Stars lost to them too.
I hate
I
the
don't.
Knights. I agree with y'all. The Knights, I can't. There's no redeeming qualities about them.
How do they get so many players? Like, how do they fit
just
it all
trade
in?
their first round picks out of like the last few. They've only kept like 2.
Because they've already pretty tight with the cap. Then they get Mitch Marner. They get Rasmus Anderson.
How do they keep doing this? Like
The Rasmus Anderson one hurt. I thought for sure
he was going to be a
he
Dallas.
was going to be in Dallas.
I was hoping he would come here, but
I didn't think we had a spot for him if Bischel came back.
you just have to kick Labushkin out.
Yeah, I
I
don't
would
really
think.
like how the Labushkin.
Labushkin or Petrovic, I mean.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll see. We're getting close on time. We won't go over this time. But there's all the random sports takes for this episode of the Press Box. We'll be back, I guess, next week with the 3rd episode. Also, look out for Overtime.
Yep.
We'll have the very first episode of the season of LSMN Overtime coming up Thursday. So look out for that. But for Aiden, for Sean, for everybody in the control room, I'm Mr. Beals. We will see you next time here on the Press Box.